Welcome back to Bloom. We recently observed National Get Over It Day. So how do we do that? How do we let the past stay in the past? Joining us now with tips on how to just get over it is writer and publisher Vickie Gould. Welcome to Bloom, Vickie.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
I love this topic, but let's be honest, getting over something is much easier said than done. What would you say is a good place to start?
Yeah, so, when I struggled a lot with chronic Lyme disease, I was able to use writing to help express some of my sadness, frustration, have an outlet for depression, and share things that I felt like I couldn't say to anyone else. Studies have shown that journaling not only helps us emotionally, but physically too, because there's that mind body connection. And journaling can actually boost your immune system, lower blood pressure, and decrease your risk of illnesses. So when we write about stressful situations, we can make better sense of things. We're able to resolve issues, and it actually helps increase our mood.
I am right there with you. I kept a journal my entire life. I can look back and read something I wrote when I was 12 all the way till I was 20 something. And I did it for all the reasons that you said. But what if somebody is not really a writer by nature, has never journaled? What would you say to them?
Yeah, well, that's a really great question because a lot of people say the same to me. They just don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And the first thing I would say is set the tone for your writing or journaling time. Like, give yourself a journal and pen that you really love. I have some special journals, like this one I got on the streets of Italy. I have ones that, like, my daughter got for me that are just really fun, and ones that, like, have my name on it or have my company on it as well. And then I have pens that make the whole thing feel just like I've pampering myself, like it's a luxurious thing. So I happen to really like pigs, and this pen, I know you can't tell, but it has pigs printed all over it. And then I have some other ones that are just fun as well, and that helps me to get into the mood and make it feel like it's something fun to do. And then I just write what comes to mind. Go through your day, think about stuff that's happened. There's really no wrong way to do it.
I agree with you as far as I have 1,000 journals too, and one I picked up in Italy that looks very similar to yours. It's crazy, all these connections that we're having. But to me, writing in a journal is like reading a book. I don't want to read a book on my computer. I want an actual book. I want an actual journal. But not everybody's like that. So what do you say? Do we have to write like old school with a pen, or can we type our thoughts?
Yeah, my personal preference is to write the old school way, handwrite it. But I think if you don't feel like writing, that typing is better than not doing it at all, right? But when you handwrite things, it kind of gets deeper into your brain. You can think more thoroughly about it. And it's kind of like as you're writing, you're processing what you're saying, and you write slowly enough that you can do that. When you're typing, you got to think about the keys and things like that. So handwriting it, you can expand your thoughts and maybe make connections with things that have happened. And sometimes you can come up with some great solutions to problems that you've encountered during the day.
Did you find that that's what happened with you? You mentioned at the beginning of our interview how journaling helped you get through Lyme disease. Did you find that, to your
Yeah,
surprise, that that's what happened?
definitely, because there were just some things that I wanted to express and let out, but I had no way to do that. I didn't want to always express them to my friends or my husband or my family. I felt like nobody understood. But in a journal, it's all understood. You get to say whatever you want and whatever you need to say.
I love that. That's wonderful. Your journal can be your best friend and your confidant. That's certainly how I feel. Vickie, thank you
Mhm.
very much for your time.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you. And if you'd like more information on how journaling can turn your life around and help you just get over it, visit morningoakpublishing.com. That's Vickie Gould's website, and she'll give you more tips like the ones she just gave us here. There's more Bloom coming up, so be sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back.